I feel incredibly blessed, you know, to have such incredibly supportive parents. You know, that's the greatest gift I think you can give your children. I had a very, very strict upbringing.
Did you?
Yes, and only now I look back and think, okay, I get that. As a teenager growing up, I didn't understand why they were so incredibly strict, and you only get that once I think you become a parent.
So how strict were you allowed to go to parties and
very limited, very limited. Mum and Dad would always drop us off and pick us up, but I get now
why they did it.
They actually did it because they loved us, you know,
Totally.
and I now understand completely that vulnerability you have as a parent. You constantly worry about your children, and if my kids got up to 3/4 or even a half of what I did, I'd kill them.
Yeah.
I
know. I think that too, and I was a good kid, but I'm like, you still do dumb stuff.
You
know?
do, and you just think as a parent that you can give them the best advice and support that you can, and they're going to have to make their own life decisions, and you just hope and pray that they're going to make the right decisions in life.
But it's also easier as a parent to say yes. So when parents are strict, you know, they're really parenting when they do that. Like, they're really invested in you to go no, because it's so annoying having your kid harp at you. But for them to say no, you're not doing that tonight.
I'm telling you now, once I got some great advice once, and they said, if you're finding parenting easy, you're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
And I thought straight away, you know, at witching hour, I'd love to give them their iPad for 5 hours back to back so I could watch Bold and Beautiful, but it's not going to happen.
Mine's Dora the Explorer.
Is it?
So much, he watches so much Dora that he's getting an American accent.
It's cultural.
It's really bad. It's called neglecting your kid. It's like, Mom! I'm like, oh, shivers, I'm Mum.
Monty, we all do the best that we can. But you don't realise the extraordinary relationship that you have with your parents, I think, until you become a parent.
Yeah.
And from the moment I looked at my son for the very first time, you get that extraordinary love that you cannot explain. There is nothing else like it.
Yeah.
And also, you know, I've had many times trying to juggle work and life and family where I've had to call my mum and dad live in the country at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they've jumped in the car and driven to Sydney, you know.
It's the best, isn't it?
The best ever. I could not do what I do without my family's love and support.